Cool.
Hey.
So I don't know if you clicked on that link at all, that because I did drop a song like the Neil Cicerega remix of Ghostbusters. I was like, probably one of the best remixes of all time. It's just so goofy. And I love that you kind of know like right away that something's wrong with it.
Still definitely identifiable.
Yeah. I'm afraid of no sleep. I'm afraid of no bed.
As we both sip on coffee. Yeah.
That's right. I'm just gonna get the link out, I guess.
Oh man.
All right, where are we?
Hey, Jan.
Jan's here.
Hey.
That's right.
And Nick.
Oh look, people rolling in. That's sweet.
Y'all know about the lawsuit with Huey Lewis, right?
No, what happened?
Oh well, he won a lawsuit that Ray Parker Jr. essentially jacked his song "I Want a New Drug" to make the Ghostbusters theme.
Oh.
Yeah, it's almost the same song.
That's amazing. I did not know that.
Yeah, nice little bit of music trivia there.
Dude, was loving earlier you talking about just all the Depeche Mode, like just like so effortlessly rolling that in here.
Oh jeez, I've probably got a Depeche Mode song title for any occasion.
That is the best.
What's up, April?
Yo, April, long time.
Hey.
I was like, oh.
Also, hi to Christian and Nick. I was just responding to messages in the chat. So.
Oh yeah, because I don't see the participant list right now. I was just like,
We got 6 attendees in here. Yeah.
we're just not quite started yet. We're just kind of getting ready. Oh, can't see the participant list?
Webinar.
Oh. See, I thought, oh, it would only give you the count, right? Anyway, I'm gonna throw this in. Yo, what up, Aaron? All right. Oh man, did I seriously just time this perfectly right? Is the video, like, is the song gonna end just as we really start? That'll be so perfect. Oh dang, April, I totally forgot you were like way on the other side of the pond. I'm not gonna lie, I do love just like the little feel good. Oh, dude, oh my god, we totally took it to the post, guys. That was awesome. All right, I guess we're really getting started, but so hey guys, welcome. What up? I was actually not sure anybody was even going to show up for us, just kind of the three of us kind of being goofy today. We wanted to kind of do a thing, and welcome, and thanks for hanging out. We wanted to kind of do a thing real quick where we take us through some of at least our process for maybe either busting or breaking, or honestly busting my own chops about jumping into this new environment before we actually really do. And I needed an excuse, and so I really appreciate Phil and Micah kind of being like, yeah, dude, let's do a thing on Monday. And it kind of forced me to actually take a look at some of this stuff before the first day of class. For a real class. So otherwise, I might not have even stopped to think about it. I've been working in the San Diego release, but not even thinking about classes yet. So yeah, we actually are recording this, Jan. It is recording right now. Hello, caller. You're live and on the air. And I think, do we have we got the whole
Hang
week?
on. Exactly what I was thinking too.
Yeah, no problem.
No worries.
I
New
don't know.
UI, no big deal.
I was just thinking, like, the thing about the time is always that it's like a refrigerator. The more space in your fridge, the more stuff you put in it, and like the more time I get, the more stuff I put like ahead of like whatever it is that I'm gonna have to do next week for class. So I'd just be real honest there that this was kind of one way to force myself to look at it, like, and to really look at it. So I'm going to put the link if you want to grab a San Diego instance. I'm going to put one more link in the chat here again. Anybody wants to grab one? We spun some up last night just to have an opportunity to go through it. So let me. Oh, they got me woken up. Oh, okay. Thanks, Christian. I've totally forgot. Like, if I spin it up and it's not for class, that let me hit the Wake Lab. So, all right, like that's a good reminder to myself to make sure that these, I guess when we really have it, that I get the little like your lab's ready to go message beforehand. So I've already got one on the pentameter for today's session. So that's one of probably many to come. So fellas, does anybody want to kick this off and start? Because I was just going to go in and log in, but Micah, you said you had some stuff that you've already figured out, and I don't know, Phil, like, did you have anything? Because otherwise I'll just like jump in and share.
Yeah, I had prepared. Oh, sorry, Micah, go ahead.
No, you right ahead.
I just had a couple things I was curious about, and I'm in here as the guy that's looked at Next Experience for all of maybe 30 minutes total ever. So in those 30 minutes, it's been like, all right, what am I worried about? And of course, some of that goes beyond just where do I click. I was curious about the behavior of certain things, so I've got that in my back pocket.
Oh, nice.
When the time comes. But the things I was interested in may not be appropriate for leading off with. Maybe not.
Okay. Well, tell you what, I'm just going to do a thing, and I'm going to give myself 10 minutes because we've got an hour for the session. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to give myself a 10-minute timer, and I'm going to see how far I can get in 10 minutes. Actually, let's even do 5. Like, I'll just do 5 real quick because that. And then we'll just rotate out, and then we can open up general questions because I think I can get through like the series of panicked checks that Ben would do before class. Like, oops, totally forgot that this is on the new version today. And hopefully I'll be waking up in a hotel somewhere before class.
Are your instances awake?
My instance is awake, thankfully. Yeah. So I just hit the wake up for everybody else. So those should be coming back up. But instructor 1, 2, and 3 look like they are. Oh, instructor 2 is hibernating. Dang it. All right, but at least instructor 1 and 3 are up and running and awake.
I went and grabbed a PDI to see what that was. I wanted to play with it from that way. I know like our image that we have in Cloud Labs, but I like going and getting a personal dev instance to test out some things. So I have one of those. That's why 2 is asleep. I think, Ben, you have 1, and Phil, you have 3.
Cool.
We good.
All right.
Be good.
We good? All right. I'm just going to, like, first things first, I'm going to check to make sure the training admin login is in there. Make sure it's in the package as a default. Like, I check that every release because I'm never, like, I panic. Okay, it is. It looks good. All right. We did it, everybody. All right. So I'm going to log back out and then just be the regular admin. But have you guys ever had that thing happen where your student somehow accidentally deletes the admin user?
Yes.
Yeah, the training admin has come in handy on more than one occasion. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that worked.
I was once in a class and it was with a couple more, I don't know, I guess advanced folks, and they were messing with each other, and they did like import sets and deactivated all users in their
Dude.
friend's instance.
That's awesome.
Did you know about this one though? I bet you didn't get this one. So yeah, it's come in handy.
So glad you've landed here, system, on the moon. Look at my friendly little... Oh, and we got a cat.
So far, that's been the redeeming feature for me.
And Tom from MySpace is here still. He hasn't gone. He's still here. That's awesome. All right.
So smug.
I cashed out, guys. All right. So, oh, no more Edge, right? But here's like, oh, right. Well, no more Edge callback, but also App Navigator kind of in a like just a completely different context now. We're over instead of our little sort of menu of items, right?
I dig that it's always available, but not taking up space unless you pin it, right? Because you get into some of these views, especially like PPM, your Gantt chart, like you need the whole space.
Ooh,
so I dig it.
All right, so thing that I always want to do like right away as I've logged in and I'm like, all right, everybody, here's the lab reservation page. I'm always looking for this and I want to do a right click show matching. Right, and then I want to be able to save this right away. And I'm like, oh shoot, I can't drag it over, shoot, like, right? So now I have to...
Top middle. Hit that little star, top middle.
Top middle, oh yeah, oh. And that's gonna be the breadcrumbs, yeah? I didn't even think to like check that before. I've been doing this like so cool.
Will that include the breadcrumbs? I hope so.
Let's see, let's find out.
Go to them favorites, homie.
Student instances and survey says yes.
Hey, Lamau. Cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yep, I dig it. One thing I noticed that we don't have in here, right click and try to go to a bar chart. Bar chart.
Oh, so like if I want to just do this and then, oh, nope.
Try it from a column level context menu.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, or up here.
Or is the...
Yes.
Yeah, interesting. But is that due to the table or is that due to the UI?
I bet it's due to the table.
Yeah.
I bet it's due to the table. And can I just start?
I said right click. Man, somebody revoke my CSA.
Well, I mean, like one of my ServiceNow maxims is that you should right click everything. And if that no longer proves true in next experience, I'll be in trouble.
Oh, this is like, okay, so these still work. I just got to go up here. That's going to take a little bit of that filter.
Yeah.
All right, so this still works.
Something else I like here too. History will have, see your student instances reserved equals true.
Oh.
You see the breadcrumb in the history? That shows you right there. Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool.
I like that. I do like that. That's a nice little extra. All right, my 5 minutes are up. Do I get renewed, guys, or does somebody want to take over from here?
Keep going. I'm just pointing out little things as we're going through here. Some things that I've played around, seen.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to my favorites real quick because I want to be able to do my all right, everybody, we've got our ability to write, and I'm usually doing that while I put on just some music, and then I'm like, all right, we've got just a minute while everybody gets their thing. Here we go. We'll wait for everybody to get their lab instances up. Dude, Tom! I'm you in a minute. Or is that somebody impersonating Tom?
No, it's him. I think Hans has asked a good question in the chat. I'm curious to know what that does as well.
Oh, up by where he made a favorite.
Right. Yeah. Like what is that thing? What is that UI element called and what is it for?
It's nothing. Like I had the same question and I was like, I clicked on it and nothing happens. It looks like I should have a... Nope.
Interesting. So it's like, it's just like the title of what you're looking at and the ability to favorite it, presumably with breadcrumbs there. I wonder if it just grabs it from the title of the list.
Yeah, so if I just do
I think so.
And then so it's not okay. Yeah, so it is following the
breadcrumbs.
Yep.
Interesting. I worry about a context menu that
I know
doesn't do anything.
It's It's like a meme in social media where it looks like something is loading or that you have to click.
Digital
And it's
tail.
really just a screenshot. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, like, well, and yeah, are they called context menus? I haven't called well, we always call them that, but I guess I don't know. I should still call them the veggie burger.
Yeah.
Additional actions, because that's what it would show if you hovered over it.
And I can still right click on top of these guys, which is nice. And
Right.
interestingly enough, like
If you
there's a
if you
little
hover, it shows.
Yeah.
column options is now what it's called.
Did you notice that the action menu's on the middle right now instead of at the bottom of the list?
Oh, no, I did not even notice that.
Yeah, so it's next to your UI action like new. So that'll take a little bit of getting used to, but those do appear to work the same if you just go click next to records. There's like honest to goodness checkboxes over there.
Oh yeah, and they just disappear. Okay, when I don't need them.
And that's where personalizes as well, up over there on the right now.
Oh, hey, look, no, it is like, guys, the
Yeah.
bar and pie chart stuff, you have to select stuff.
Oh, really? So I have to hit
But-
check.
That's always been from a column.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
no,
you
that
were
works.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened? What was different? Oh, it's because I had it filtered?
I think you were right clicking in a cell, I think. And so I think that's always been the case, is you can't just choose from a cell to start a report. You have to have a column selected so it knows how to group the
Weird.
chart, right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh,
Because
and there's
again,
maybe
yeah, some of these won't, because I could,
I wonder if it's smart enough to know not to group by something that's unique.
it
And
does. I think it does now. Like it
That's
didn't used
cool.
to. I could just group it and it would just be, it would be dumb, but now it's not.
Huh, that's kind of neat.
That's awesome. It didn't used to know, I felt like. Okay, so I got this favorited. I can go back and do the little like, okay, we have our students that can go jump into people's environments now. That feels good. That's cool. Now I think just going in and making sure that, oh, and I actually spun these up with mid servers for those of us who do ITOM stuff, to see if, oh shoot, and I bet because they went to sleep and we haven't figured this out yet, I bet that we won't be able to connect to those mids. Womp womp. But let's find out. And then I've got 50 seconds before I like this. 10 minutes actually goes by a lot faster than I thought. It's always a good reminder.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks okay, actually. That's actually a nice thing. It, like in previous versions when we've had this, when things hibernated, we had to do some stuff to keep the mid servers up and running. These are nice. Okay, cool. Can we validate? I like that mid servers will accept my validation. Like,
Speak
if
for
only.
yourself.
Well, I didn't say that they validate me. I would love it if they would validate me, because I could definitely use that.
Yeah, same.
All right. So my 10 minutes are up. I think I'm gonna let you guys start exploring and driving for a second. Like, this is fun. Phil, you said you had some stuff. I got
I'll tag in. I've got like a little list of things I was worried about, and I've got things to show you about them, and it shouldn't take me all that long. Ready?
All right, you're up, sir.
All right, here we go. Let's hope I don't have like my credit card bills up on my screen. Okay, good. So yeah, these are some things I was worried about, as you can see here with my state-of-the-art presentation software of text edit.
Ooh.
So yeah, I teach a lot of scripting and development stuff. So scopes and update sets. Hey, at first I was like, where is it? I don't see it in my preferences, and I'm
do
sure
a hot take here.
I'm sure some of you are already screaming it where I need to click, and it's just up here. It seems to be there. I don't know if that was something I had to enable via preference or...
No.
Well, actually, no, it can't be, because this isn't a fresh instance that Ben was kind enough to spin up for me. So
It's access though. Like
yeah.
ITIL user won't have it.
Nice.
Right. So it's cool that it's just there. I was worried it was gone. I was angry, like, where's my developer preferences panel, right? So that's neat. That was an easy one to worry about. The next thing I expect that people will just ask, how the heck do we turn this off?
Yeah.
I know this is making me sound overtly negative, and I don't mean to sound negative about it, but you can see in my instance of Purvis Meow, I've made some bookmark groups about this kind of thing, and so there's a property that switches the whole thing on, glide.ui.polaris experience, and that can be turned on, but then in the user preferences table, there is a preference that's set as a system preference. So enable the Polaris experience for all users by default. And what I did was set this to false, and then oh, go ahead.
Then you can switch it?
Yeah, so then I just did insert and stay to create preference records. Like, even though I've got Polaris turned on, the property set to true. For user preference, mine is set to false. The system-wide user preference that isn't associated with a user is set to false, but for my dummy account here of Jill Stingray, hers is set to true. And now I don't know if there's a UI way to expose this yet, but just by messing about with the user preferences table, we can see that Jill, right, I have her preference set to true so that when I impersonate Jill, she's got, you know, next experience. And then if I go back to being me, I don't have it. Now this is not something I don't know if like we're supposed to say, like maybe
No, I think that's legit. I think that's legit. You don't want people
like, I think it'll be good from the perspective of running a class, or for us having the ability to opt out of it. But if this isn't enabled for people just through their preferences over here, I wonder if that creates a burden of the sysadmin to have to go and create these user preference records. Like maybe you could make like a record producer out of it and let people do that self-service style. I don't know. But as long as you know about there being a system property for it to turn the whole thing on and off, and then user preference records, then, you know, you can do it piecemeal. So there's that. I also did want to point out that I wanted to see if my bookmark stuff would work. So bookmark folders or favorite folders are not a myth. They are a thing that you have to kludge a little bit. But if I go and switch my preference on, so me as an admin, let's say that I'm now down with the Polaris or whatever. Do I have to log out, or can I just?
You got Polaris 2020, like 22. You got Polaris 22, like that's the variant.
Yeah, I'm happily inoculated with it now.
Nice.
It looks like you do have to log out and log back in.
I like the Valhalla like subtle reference there. That
yeah, thank you. It's like it's maybe one of my favorite video games of the last 5 years. So, yeah. So my favorite folders still work, and they actually look nicer. So that's cool. It didn't break that. One thing I noticed it will break, although I'm sure this is very much by design and something we're not supposed to mourn, is that if you like to do wacky stuff DOM style, and I'm sure my 5 minutes are long gone. I'm sorry.
No, like we gave you 10 because like I got.
Oh, sweet. Here, let me opt back out of this again if I can quickly figure out how. Let's see. Wait, system administrator. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong column. That's why. Okay, let's log out.
We came not to praise DOM manipulation, but to bury it.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on. So I've got a ridiculous client script I wrote on the incident table, and the fruits of my ridiculous client script are as follows: large font size, extra padding, accessing DOM elements to set backgrounds. I mean, this looks horrendous. Don't get me wrong.
I was going to say, 4chan circa 2022.
Yeah. I mean, this is supposed to be painful. Something I find myself realizing a lot in life. And so this is, I feel like people have probably broken the document object model quite a bit to meet business requirements from customers. And if they had to resort to this kind of thing, it will look very much different. So if I impersonate now Jill, and Jill goes to the incident table. Oops, does she have the right role? Yeah, I think she should. Sorry, none of this is pre-rehearsed demo, so I'm just really riffing here.
Nope.
Where did you? Would it work up here? Is that where you?
Oh no. So I just went straight to the app nav, but does no, that just
Does
doesn't
it work in
search.
global
Yeah,
search?
no.
Wah, wah. Okay.
Yeah, I had to do it right there.
We'll
So
see.
yeah, incident.config and .form and .filter seem to work.
All this stuff will work. Okay, lovely. Because if that was gone, I was gonna pitch a tantrum. So you can see that there are some places where this works and it doesn't. So if you're being very progressive with your DOM manipulation, it won't work the way you expect, possibly, and that's, I'm sure people would say, a good thing, but that seems to be a subject of debate. The last thing I want to mention, I'm just kind of like throwing out all my tricks all at once here, was if you look at the navigation bar, which is typically in,
Oh
how
God,
I always,
I love that.
right, so like you learn a lot about how ServiceNow looks by looking at the navigation bar. And you can see that now when the next experience is active, our navigation bar is different. So I was like, well, what about like, say, modules of link type URL from argument, where you're pointing to a relative path in ServiceNow that doesn't include all this stuff? Is that going to break? I teach application development fundamentals, where we have modules we ask students to do during lab that do precisely that. And I was happy to see that it still directs you somewhere. Like it knows how to make this new format in the URL play nice with your old relative paths so that those don't break. You see what I mean? And I'll ask you to take my word for it for the sake of time, but I did go back and copy an old relative path that doesn't include all this stuff and then pop it into my address bar, and it's still resolved appropriately, which again to me is a good and a bad thing. I was kind of hoping that I could take my old relative path and slam it into my address bar, and that it would revert back to UI16 if the relative path looked like a UI16 relative path. But I could see why they don't allow that, because then all the old direct to URL links would shed the next experience, right? So I guess this is a good thing, but I'm now officially out of stuff I was worried about. So,
Oh, you got another 90 seconds like left. So I was thinking, if you wanna tag out to Micah next, like that's cool too. But I was just thinking, you showed that. Oh, like, can you hit me with a macro page? Do we still even have those? Like, do any of them still
Ooh.
work? And I was just like, ooh, like, what do those look like in our path up top?
Oh, what's a good one to try?
Any of the the old basic configuration pages, because those are all syspref UI
Oh, yeah.
markers,
Hey,
and they're
how
gone.
come my 16 doesn't work?
Basic,
Because
no?
basic configuration UI16 is not a thing now.
Oh, snap. Okay. What about anything that says preferences? Those
Okay,
beautiful
that's just,
preference
well,
selectors.
I was looking at a properties page anyway, right?
Oh, sweet. Yep, there we go. Oh,
So
yeah. Oh, look at
yeah,
that.
so
Okay.
this still works okay.
But
But
there's no dollar sign. Okay.
and how, so if I like to tinker with config stuff about like how, oh, actually, you know what? Maybe there's no dice because I'm impersonating Joe here.
Yes. Yeah.
So let's look again, because oh, well, heck, now I have to, sorry everyone, this is clunkier than I meant it to be. Let's opt back
Still
in.
there. I was like, wait a minute, you don't have the basic config? Because yeah, it's still there for me.
It's there? Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
was
see you.
getting-
We'll see you another 5 minutes here, just because this is a good question.
I need like, I think just one, hopefully. I just want to know, like, before class, I always go brand my classes. And if I could no longer do so here, I would be, hey, where's my page header caption? I want this to be, huh?
I said, oh snap.
Yeah, like, where's my Purvis meow joke? I always tell students in app development to make sure that their test instance is called test and their dev instance is called dev. I may have to get cleverer with how to do this.
Pat asked a good question up top too that I was really curious about.
Yeah, that's sorry, I was ignoring the chat and just blasting through my list.
So like, I think this touches on a couple other interesting things where we're going to have to figure out like a couple workarounds maybe, or themes, like, because clearly, like, if you scroll down, you've got some theme settings here. Like, we were like, oh, how do we apply that stuff? Because none of those are the same. Like you look at that stuff and it's like, oops, nope.
It seems irrelevant. So is there now a new basic configuration? No, that's
Nope.
hecka old school.
Old.
Maybe,
What about no. No.
Oh yeah, Jan's got core config. That might do it.
Ooh. Yeah, why doesn't someone take over and drive based on the chat questions? Because
And you go right ahead because I gotta go in a couple minutes.
oh shoot,
okay.
Micah, I'm sorry, man.
Ain't no thing.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drive then for a second. If Phil,
Yeah,
if you want to
do
tag
it.
out for a second. I like this method too because it gives each of us like a chance to kind of like kind of do our thing. All right, so clearly like this stuff is out, and oh, let me get my chat back up. There was some other stuff that I was sort of thinking about, and that was like if we go themes. So we've got now theme management, themes, theme properties. There's supposed to be a cool little preference in here, and oh wow, okay, but no preference or no preview of our theme stuff here with any of this. Bummer. Also, oh wait, did that just do what I think it did? How did I do that? There was like a little, I mean, it was just a misclick. I was looking for a thing here. Oh, and let me just get this guy back on. There we go. A pop-up with the bookmarks. Yeah, some sort of like modal thing that we used to get, like a little, hey, could we just do the thing? But yeah, this is, let me actually just hit this. And I really do miss the ability, like, I don't know why, but I liked the visceralness of dragging my bookmark. Like, I'm going to miss that part. Like, I miss dragging it somewhere. Because it was like, come here, little kitten. I'm just going to put you in this spot. But, no, here we go. So I was like, dark. There's like dark mode. No. Light mode. There's something in here.
Go to sys properties. I think.
You think so?
Hang on, I think so.
See, this is where you were supposed to drive, Micah, because you know better.
And then once you get there, just search for contains Polaris. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's a property there. I think it's false by default. Yeah, in name.
Dark
Yep,
themes
second one
enabled.
down. However, it doesn't apply to what I think of as like traditional platform UI. It applies to the workspaces right now and to like some of the pop-ups you'll get. But
Right.
this view, the view you're in right now, it's not going to change.
Yeah, because it already seems kind of like, so we could turn on some of this dark mode stuff.
But go to workspaces. Click on that workspace title up there. Oh, no, to
Yep. I was
yeah, right there. And I like that little bit too, how it's much easier to get to.
Yeah, that's actually a smart, just breaking it out entirely. And it.
Oh, you know what? You may have to sign out and in or something there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so there's light mode, dark
We're gonna
mode.
do the
That'll
thing
go
that
dark.
Tom Sidebottom actually was like, he caught me once and was very kind after class after me doing a demo, and I was like, he's like, by the way, we want to tell people never to do that you just did that. I was like, oh, I had no idea.
Oh,
good to
know. I don't know about that one, Hans. That's a nice one though, if that were true. Hans playing around. Yeah, see, in your top middle, Hans caught this one. See, it's a different icon now, where it says CMDB workspace. We got to come up with a name better than top middle. There's probably a name for it, but top middle ain't gonna work.
Yeah, there's got to be some official name for it. I'm gonna have to go check the dirt.
Is this the contextual at pill that Pat mentioned in the chat?
Is that what it's called? The at pill?
Yeah, different icon. We should
like
now.
Our pills at service now.
We do. Wake up in the morning and take my morning wake up pill. Now I need to play that song, but okay. So Pat's calling it that. All right, cool. But so far, we haven't explored. Like, if I go to the framework, I can't get any. This also. Oh, I know. Does all of this probably still works? But what is the?
I'm gonna try Studio. By of that, of course, I don't mean the Phil Collins song, but Studio.
Okay. This stuff still is good. Okay. What if I just go to plugins here? What is the store stuff is going to give me what I need? That was the other thing I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, April, that might work. Yeah, if we pin the favorites
Oh, there we go. All right. Now we're talking.
and then maybe drag to that.
Yeah, let me do. And it's like, I feel like it's trolling me right now, like because I made it angry by doing a cache.do and then asking it to do everything. It's like. And that's the best part too, is that particular music, like if you play it, it will always embarrass the instance so that it will start back up again. All right, so can I drag anything? Nope.
You're in all though, pin favorites. Go up to favorites and pin that one, because that's where you'd be making it, right? You wouldn't be making it in all.
Yeah. Well, but you used to be able to just drag it over to.
Yeah.
All right, but what if can I do that here? No. I have to open the record.
This is your preview.
If I open this record, I could probably favorite the record up here. Yes. Okay.
The jury's still out on dragging and dropping, eh?
Yeah, it looks like it.
And what if I do that? No, that's still the same. Okay.
Create a silly little filter. Right click and pick anything, and then see if you can drag the breadcrumb over.
Oh no, I right clicked. I didn't click in. All right, right click. This will let me, because if it's filtered, that'll still work.
But no drag and drop for that one either.
No drag and drop.
Looks like the drag and drop may have
It has gone the way of our friend the Edge.
Which is too bad, because I think a lot of new people really like the drag and drop, right? Not, I mean, I do too. Don't get me wrong, folks.
But yeah.
All the time.
It's something you can do everywhere. I have to say it with the echo on. The Edge. Nice, Sean.
What's the? Oh yeah. So here we'll do the.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point.
The Edge. No more. All right.
And someone was talking about themes, and there are still themes. There just aren't any. So Ben, I know you wanted me to drive, and I said I had to go, and I've been here now 10 more minutes.
See, we get you.
I got to go soon. Click on your pretty little face up there in the top right for sysadmin.
I mean, oh, okay.
And go to preferences. I guess it won't change where you are in the background. There are themes. Oh, wait, there's not for you. There is for me in my PDI.
Well, let's go to the user preferences, eh? Let's see.
Yep.
See, I'm glad I got a PDI, because on your little like category where you had 4, I have a 5th one, and it's themes.
Whoa.
It's empty, but
preference.
I wonder if it's there because I turned on dark.
Oh yeah, I just set mine to true, and I am now refreshing, and I will get back to you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the one you were talking about with the properties.
The property, yeah.
Yeah. So now I can switch between default and dark. Let's go to the themes table.
Yeah. Maybe they're not active, because there should be some, right?
Nice.
Ooh, what the heck?
Workspace theme, so default theme, default.
You know, no, go to like just sys UI themes .list, all underscored, all to heck with snake case, right? And then, there is a Halloween theme, Pat. There's some great dormant themes on this table. Maybe it wasn't plural, my fault. But it looks like so you know how there's different theme types. There's now like a Polaris theme type. So like,
These
see,
are
there's
all-
Cobalt. Yeah, filter those out.
Yep. Okay, so we could copy.
You
All
might
right, all
you
right.
might be able to create new Polaris themes.
Yep. Because this is how it's all going to render out. Okay, but where do I? There's just a place.
What?
We'll place all color variables in Polaris base. Okay. And here's the base theme, probably in.
Ooh, I see a new icon. Uh,
Here we go.
the clipboard with an arrow. Is that like an insert and stay icon we have up there?
Base screenshot. No, that's the old one.
Screenshot.
That's been.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No worries.
New different icons, different places. Looking for stuff.
Same old faces and brand new places. All right, so we can override it just in here like we used to. So I wonder, oh, you know what? Let's get things real ugly because I'm guessing a lot of the leave.
I still want my.
Because we could go to here, right? Like if I just, let's just make it super ugly. We'll just copy the La Jolla themes over. But I wonder if they, because we'll have to look at the base theme too. But
Yeah, notice they have different dock types too. I think when we're messing
Yeah.
with something, I don't know if this changes to the new UI, but if you were messing with something that affected all of the UI back in UI 16, it was a device concourse.
that's right.
You see that at the bottom, and the device type field now says dock type.
Aha.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's all different now. Okay.
oh.
So all of my cool themes are, I'm gonna have to rebuild them. All right. Because none of
I
these
gotta go.
objects exist still.
All right, Micah.
I'm out of here, folks. Thanks,
Peace out, man.
and I will see ya.
Okay. Thanks, Micah, man. Catch you later.
Real quick, I was out spending some time out on community today just to see what people were asking. All of it is, hey, this thing isn't here. Like, yeah, it's just over
Where
here.
is it? Yeah.
That was the big questions out there from everyone. So
Who moved my cheese? Right.
yeah. Alrighty. Adios.
Later.
This reminds me of when I was a Starbucks barista, and every now and then some assistant manager would go on some productivity kick and think, if we just move all of our syrups and stuff into these different locations, we'll be more productive. And it's possible that eventually they were correct, but when you're, I don't know whether muscle memory is really a thing, but when you're dependent on that going into that flow state and you got like 18 mochas to make and you just know where to find everything, that's great. And then when they move your cheese, like Ben said, it can cause a bit of a productivity hiccup. So it's going to be sort of like relearning that, I think.
I'm just looking at the way that these are structured too. I'm going like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not going to be able to just drop. Yeah, because none of these are using hex code values, right? And I think that makes actually a little bit sense since we're probably sharing so many settings between classic UI, workspace UI, and the app UI. So this makes a little bit more sense to me. But now I'm like, oh shoot, these are all RGB values. Or no, they're not even that. That would be why. Oh, it says RGB, but then this looks like they're YMCK values.
Well, I don't want to go to.
Anyway, I don't want to go that. Yeah, I want to get back to trainer stuff.
I'm going to quickly change the base theme field from Cobalt to Polaris base on a theme, and then see if it lets me choose that theme from the preferences.
Sure.
And we will see. No, it does not. So I was hoping I could just trick it, but it knows better. Huh. Okay.
I got to go back and scan back through the chat. So it looks like, Pat, I'm going to have to play more with those themes, which was a great question. And then, let's see, did I miss anything else? The draggy droppy stuff, it looks like we lost.
Yeah. Not that this is important for anyone but me, but I'm still trying to figure out how to get a little message to display, like up in the, in the banner thing. I'll let's not derail it just because I really want to have a message display, but I'm sure I'll figure that out eventually. At least my icon still works.
That's cool. I think the only other thing that I'm thinking, so I'm thinking start a class, getting people like doing my little kind of work through, making sure everybody gets their instances, setting myself up, like, because I'm now going to have to remember to hit that star icon instead of just doing the drag and drop for my initial setup. And then, yeah, that's like the first things first. And actually, I'm super glad. Actually, oh, here's a thing that I want to know. Did we add more than just the classic? Oh, and do we have more than just the dot form, dot list, dot filter, and dot config?
Right. I mean,
and does dot config look right?
well, yeah. How do the related lists render, if at all?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah. Okay.
These look okay, but they're all in. We got purple and green now.
Yeah. I mean, they look good. It's fine.
Yep. And that's all fine. View rules and flows. I think it's fascinating to me that they really have leaned into the mobile part, right? Because this is basically just like a mobile,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this all looks normal. And I'm guessing all the classic targets for like our business rule demos and all the client script demos, those are all still here. Oh, I know. If I do
Oh.
Yep. Okay, so that's still all the same. That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like the forms haven't been affected too much.
Yeah, that's cool. All right.
That's yeah. That's cool. And it does seem like this is a weird request, Ben. Would you mind just right clicking the submit or resolve buttons on the bottom, not on the top?
Oh.
So scroll, yeah. So
Oh, they're down here. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's right clicky tricks appear to still be around. That's nice. Any chance that a script field is now rendering differently? I can't imagine that it would change all that much. Like maybe just go back to your config list and then open up a business rule. Ooh.
Oh, yes, leave. Will this take me back? Like, okay, so it's even. Did it really? It did. Nice. That's actually pretty sweet because that didn't used to show up in history. And I was like, I wonder if it shows up in history. And it does.
Maybe history's a little smarter now.
That's actually kind of nice. Yeah, let's go into the.
Open a rando script and you can see I'm very laser focused on the stuff I teach most often. Like, you messed with my scripting?
I think you have my script, sir. A red swing line script.
Yeah, Hanze. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one, eh? It's nice to see the running transaction feature still in the.
I'm glad we still have that to make us look really good, like in our little demo instances. Yeah.
Okay, well that's cool. Huh.
And if yeah, all of this stuff is still the same. Cool, nothing super different.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like from a teaching perspective, most things that I would be worried about are still happening fine. Oh,
what's the other, like, so all of the places, like, so user preferences, oh, I know. Yeah, this is going to be, let's go to our friends, sysdb object.
Later, Sean. Yeah, and if
I was just thinking, like, I want to just see real quick, does all of the normal stuff that we might do in terms of like showing off things like schema map.
Ooh.
Okay, this is all, oh, that's all the same. Actually, it like rendered a lot faster than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so stuff all works.
There's no referencing tables selected, so, but yeah. So I mean, because a lot of these things that we see in service now are just Java applets with a .do extension, right? And so clearly Rhino's still doing its thing, or something superseded it, one of the two. And we still get these nice interfaces that show up, and that hasn't been broken, and the direct links still work, which is nice. Oh, interesting. Yeah, well, Hans, the SP config is itself a service portal, and these are themselves service portal widgets, right? So, I mean, we know that ServiceNow is taking control of AngularJS 1.5 or whatever, and it's going to continue to keep it healthy for the sake of our service portal. I mean,
They're gonna keep that the same.
as a rule, ServiceNow doesn't like to just completely turn stuff off, because then we anger our legacy customers with deep pockets, eh? So,
Yeah.
I mean, Jelly still appears to be doing its thing in here.
Yeah, this stuff all looks the same, and it's nice that it's it behaves as expected, and that makes sense given all the context and
Right.
Okay.
That all makes sense. That's no surprise. Cool. And it's a good thing that there's a user preference record where if I absolutely have to, I can opt out of this. And I'll probably I wonder if I could create a module of link type script.
Oh, this is actually okay. Wait a minute. Wait. This is a question that I was just thinking, because since we were on that portal thing, and I knew that we were going to have support, but now this guy, like the employee center stuff, like can we? Because it's all going to be using the new interface. I'm guessing it. Well, wait, no, it would still be in. Never mind. I'm talking out the side of my face. Sorry. I realized just now before I go down that rabbit hole. Here, do you want to tag in?
Well, I don't think I have anything left to demonstrate. I was just sort of thinking out loud that it would be interesting to write a module of script type UI from arguments, and then favorite that module and have the script flop your value on your user preference for the UI that you want. Oh, hey, look at that. Is that a background script? Is it an actual script field now?
Oh, no. So this is likely going to be the fact that I've got SNU installed.
Okay, never mind.
I do love this though, because like you can.
Yeah, I don't know. I might make myself a little module that allows me to just toggle the UI. I think that would be possible, although I would have to remember to log out after I click it. Maybe I could script the logout too. I don't know. Because I'd at least want to have a panic button as a teacher, right? To be like, I'm not sure how to do this demo I want to do in the next experience, so let me just switch over real fast.
Actually, that's pretty smart. I like that.
I'll see if I can get that written and then give it to everybody.
Actually, you know what? That now that you were thinking about that, that seems like a totally reasonable. I might add that to an update set real quick that I would commit, like just another user, right? Like if I just go, yeah.
That's a good point. Just always have a user with that preference set to false, and then just impersonate that second admin user.
Right. So this might just be OG admin.
What, April? What is a couch tag? What? Am I supposed
the
to
thing that I tear off of my couch, like that I'm not supposed, like the with the warning?
Oh, dyslexic for cough. Sorry, April. I was like, wait, is this an HTML tag? I don't know. And yeah, Ben, I remember once seeing a TV show. There was like a prank TV show where this woman went through a furniture store with her boyfriend, and she ripped off all those tags that were like "Do not remove under penalty of law."
Oh no!
And she was like, "Oh, they were just bothering me," and she had like a big handful of them, and you could see how exasperated her boyfriend was. Like that's the kind of thing she would actually do. And anyway,
oh man,
yeah. So I see what you're doing here. This is smart, and then you'll just have to create a user preference record with that set.
Yep. Yeah. So just go.
Yeah, no scripting necessary. That's a better idea.
Yeah, and then I'll just have this as an update set that and I'll just add it, or like as April was mentioning, I think that's a really good, like, in case of emergency break glass kind of thing, just to have on hand.
Yeah, agreed.
And so, like, especially if you're like, oh, I just haven't done it enough times, or like you're in a hurry, or yeah, just jump up here and then impersonate.
Yeah, or I think this is the easiest way to do it, but maybe putting in the time. This goes beyond Next Experience or Polaris or whatever. It might be kind of interesting to make an application menu with a couple utilities modules like that. Like click this to revert back to the previous UI, or click this to, I don't know, do something else that trainers need to do in a panic. Maybe I'll make a quick global application that way that the rest of us can use or something. I don't know.
What's it called again? It's a. I'll just search for Polaris.
Yeah. Yeah, I should probably do that, eh? Yeah, so take this, and you see how it's a system-wide
Yep.
preference?
I'm just gonna hold on.
There you go. Kaboom.
There we go. Then I will find my original user again, and then go back to my original. All right.
Wait for it. Hey, yeah, that's not a bad idea. I
All
like
right.
it.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down. Just to make sure, like, oh, you know what? Actually,
Yeah. But I can't really think of
not that I
anything.
would ever like pull that escape hatch, but man, it's nice to have that whoopee, just if I need it.
Yeah, it's like a security blanket. I'm glad it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only thing that even minorly interferes with my teaching at this point is the fact I normally recommend to my app dev students to very clearly label their dev instance one way and their test instance the other way.
Yeah, that's gonna get me. Like Pat saying that that this stuff right here, like just where's my
Yeah. I mean, our ice package could maybe include different icons, but instead of like the now icon, like my it's still honored when I went to basic config UI 16, it honored my image that I put in there of the cat, right? That
Mhm.
that still worked fine. So I wonder for like classes where you've got multiple instances or something, you could differentiate the two instances just by the ice packages having a different image there.
Yeah, I'm thinking too, like that maybe just that little tagline that they've just deprecated it, and if I can't put it in there. But my other thing is like this. See the little indicator that's red that says I'm impersonating, I think is what this now indicates.
Oh, hey.
I wonder if I can change the default of it to be the same as like a small scale indicator that just runs along the top. Actually, that's a good one that I want to try and find, just so that we can go, all right, this is my pre-prod, this is my prod, right? And I bet that that's in there. So if I go into, oh man, what would that even be? Oh, Ben, you know how to find it. Sheesh. That's like, oh no, wrong user. Womp womp. All right, that's.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna cheat by.
Oh, that would be even better if I just cheated. But no, I wanted to inspect this, but it's so tiny. Oh, like, does it change the whole thing? Banner. Oh. Banner announcement list is what.
Well, look at the div class that's highlighted in your. There's div class equals Polaris header is impersonating. So there's an is impersonating attribute.
Like, did I miss it? Okay, let me just go back up here.
No, just scroll, like go down like 3 lines, like you're almost pointing at it. Down,
Yeah. Header bar, like
almost there,
label.
like 2 more lines down.
Like your eyes are so much better than mine. Holy
So
cow. Okay.
we've got an is impersonating attribute there. It looks like. I wonder if we could find that in a theme record. And
Polite.
like, so is
Yeah.
impersonating that that class must have a color associated with it, but I don't know if you could change it at
Yeah.
all or per user or anything.
Yeah, but now I know that this is here so that I could probably just add, because we can add something and then change it.
Yeah, you might be able to kind of hack it. I don't know.
And these are changed. Okay, so where it says pinned versus unpinned. Okay, so we can modify those guys. But yeah, I'm right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's a good place to start. Nice job. Yeah. Oh, interesting, April. Yeah. I'm
Yeah, like, oh, that would be a good idea. Like if it just said like depending on which, huh?
Yeah, I get the feeling that's not going to be an easy change, but I bet you could write something that maybe somehow changes that depending on the nature of the user being impersonated, like for HR purposes or something. I'm totally just speculating here. I don't know.
Well, this is fun though. Like I'm just like this is like I'm definitely feeling well. One, I'm feeling a lot better because like I've been playing around with San Diego stuff, but not in Polaris as
Yeah,
much.
same.
Um, and so like I'm feeling a little bit better, like having forced myself to go through like at least the bare minimum of like, all right, everybody, let's start and try to work through stuff. So like at least I've got like I know where the things are. Like I know where stage left and stage right are, at least at this point.
Yeah, yeah. It's not as intimidating as I was worried it would be because again, I was just thinking back to my Starbucks analogy. I was like, it's going to completely throw off the way I teach, but it's not so bad. Um, and
Mm,
I make those comments from the standpoint of somebody who needs to go on to autopilot to move very quickly to get through course content, not from the standpoint of somebody who's making an evaluative judgment of the
mm, mm,
interface.
mm.
Um, yeah, it looks wonderful, but it it's nice that it doesn't seem like it'll get in the way of teaching too much. So
You know what's funny to me right now that as I'm realizing this? That this pin versus unpin is just the same as it used to be, like where it just collapses, but somehow it's better. Does that make sense? Like it's such a subtle change
but
from
but you can pin a couple things now, can't you?
yeah, like all of these are pinnable.
Yeah, they're
I just was like, oh, okay. So, but it's so funny to me, and I guess it doesn't let me stack them, but that's fine.
okay.
So, but like functionally, it's the same as it ever was, right? Where I could just go here, but because it's up where I type all the time, it's the same, right? Like that's so funny to me. Like it just is
Hmm.
so much cleaner that yeah, and then you can always get at it by just, yeah, even if it's unpinned, you can still get to it and then it just goes away when you're done with it. Like, and
I'm totally on board with Pat's comment in the chat though. It's one more click, and so Pat's asked that they add it back.
oh, yeah, that's true. Because I don't
um,
like extra click through, so I probably will find myself pinning it for speed's sake. Because like I like to just use the dot list and dot form shortcuts all the time,
hey,
just because it's like I
hey,
hate typing and clicking and searching and yeah, you're right.
yeah, yeah, that's true, Pat. Yeah, yikes. Huh. Um,
Hmm. There's like so much stuff that I want to go into. Like maybe if we do this again in the future, like I want to do like an ITOM special version of this. Oh, I don't have event management, even though I've got the mid server. I haven't installed event management. Derp. Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, like I wanted to go in and play with some of the ITOM stuff just to see, like what some of those classic dash. Oh, speaking of dashboards,
I
like that's
think they
another
all
one.
look the same. They just kind of
Okay.
float out.
And that makes like I was just thinking about that because I was thinking about all the different like funky like little places that we have to go to. Okay. Huh. Oh, wait. So these, okay, that's cool. So these are all, look, they just look a little different. They're not too bad.
Right.
Oh, did I just see that? Did they rebuild all of this underneath? They couldn't have.
What for PA?
Well, so SeemDB, that's not the same workspace, is it? That would be so dope if this is actually, huh. So I was just thinking, so if you go into configuration, actually, SeemDB view, is it the same? Oh, nice. Okay.
Hey, wait. Are separators getting an additional level of indentation?
Oh, look at that.
That's kind of neat. I wonder if you can go to like you've got primary, secondary, tertiary, and you get like a quaternary level of indentation by putting a separator. No, there's no way.
No, I think it's just still the
Yeah, okay. I was like, let's get real wacky with this, but yeah, that wouldn't work. I get it.
Okay, so I thought that they had done, so the CMDB health and CMDB workspace are still separate. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Interesting. Does highlight and double click still work? Yes. That's nice. The little, I love it when when I get to teach a class and there's like people that have been working in the platform for like 10 years and then you show them like, oh, did you know that you could hold down the control key? And they're like, wait, what?
Somebody had an epiphany not long ago when they realized that even in basic filter condition builders, you could dot walk by scrolling to the bottom and choosing show related fields, and they were like,
Ooh, okay, that's another good place to check. That's
"Oh,
my
that's
other.
true. Yeah, can we still do that?"
Yeah.
I've spoken too soon.
Let's see. Where's a good condition filter builder?
I don't know. Incident list, maybe.
Oh no, I just meant like on a filter builder field. Like I'm thinking about query. No, that's still going to open query builder.
I just want to know if my plain vanilla condition builders have changed. Because it seems like we've got a couple flavors of them, right? It's like it looks one way in the reporting engine, it looks one way in the flow designer, and then at the top of list, our filter builders have kind of another look altogether. But I will give it a try.
Yeah. I know we're like over time for folks that probably need to go, but like
Yeah.
I don't have anywhere to be, so
Yeah, if it's not clear, the expectation here was that we're just going to goof off and let people watch.
yeah, I've got one more. Okay, so here we go. Do these Okay, so this is still the old school condition builder still like you still have to update it. Okay.
Okay, cool.
So if I go here and add show condition count equals true and condition builder equals v2.
Uh-oh.
Oh, all right, cool. So that all still works as expected. Yay.
Although
So change to my UI 16 lab and then see what happens to my list.
no, you're good. I think
Okay.
you've addressed my concerns, but
Yeah, so this stuff still works as yeah, Jen, thanks for rolling along with us. We're going to post this up on the community too, just so like we get some of these questions. I'll go back through the chat log later too and see if I missed anything. I got pretty much like all of my big, definitely like my big gotchas, like that I was kind of like concerned about, because that's just like, oh, we moved it here. And now I just got to make sure that I got to put this in a favorite up here by clicking that little guy. And then, oh, this stuff with the update sets too. Oh, that's dope. I like, hey, that's nice.
Oh, so if you've got a bunch.
Bunch.
That's cool.
Because it used to be, yeah, you'd click on here and then it would immediately just take you to the record. But now I can filter through and then select. Oh, that's kind of nice. I like that. Or open the list from there. Oh, that's even better. All right, that's dope. Okay, one more. Like that's, and then you can filter. Oh, that's actually kind of nice.
Huh.
And then I'm waiting for when we stop teaching update sets altogether and move to like if, I guess we'll always need update sets for stuff, most stuff, but I've moved over to applications for almost everything now. So if I go into my company apps, like if it's for something that I used to make a global update set for, I now just go and create a global app and then just track it in the app.
You're still beholden to your instance stack, though, so at least you can publish to an update set from there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, yeah, like if I'm not hooked up to a repository on the other instance, I just publish the XML of the app and then it comes over as an update set. But like that's how I've been kind of by default at home moving everything, just to do it that way because it seems to make more sense. Or I guess it's just gotten easier, like because then I don't have to worry about nesting a bunch of stuff. I just go, oh, I just switch whatever like application I'm working in. Oh, here was one other one. Speaking of this, to like close it out. So, we've been making all these changes, and this was a thing that I actually learned, like a practice that somebody taught me like last week, and was one of my students was like, oh yeah, you know, we do a thing where the very first thing you do is create a like a junkyard update that for yourself. So just in case you accident, like if you do change like a sys record, you can back it out when you're done, like, or just like basically not commit any of that stuff, so that like now that I'm, oh, and that's like a nice little like, oh, by the way, we've got a visual indicator that says I'm working in a named update set.
Cool.
I like that.
Nice, Pat.
Thanks. Like that right there is money. Like I like that. I'm gonna join that.
Can I drive for just 1 sec? I just realized there's one other thing that, and I myself have to leave in a second, but there is one goofy thing that I know I'm used to doing that I can't seem to replicate. Oops, and it's not Audacity. So here in UI 16, right? And you are seeing my screen?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so some of my demos involve injecting query parameters up into, so I don't know, like assigned to, whoops.
Oh, right, because you would.
It's not empty or something, yeah. Right? And we get, and it works, right? It builds the breadcrumb. But when I switch over, it doesn't seem to work quite the same way. So like we know that I can go to say incident.list here, and it will build the URL according to the new kind of structure of Polaris or whatever, and this is fine. But I would expect that sysparm underscore query, and then you usually throw in an equals, right? And then your field, and then your operator. When this
resolves,
will it still resolve the breadcrumb and honor the filter? And the answer is no.
No.
So if I build the filter, let's see how. I've noticed that a lot of noise winds up here if I use this. So like say assigned to is not empty and I run this, of course it's going to, so it's using percent encoding, of course. There's our question mark, there's our equal, and then there it is. And then it's adding in other like parameters up here, like this is probably view. Oh,
Yeah, that would be question mark. Yeah, and then there's
so is it just big mad that I didn't use URL percent encoding? Hold on, let's let me just try using URL percent encoding and then see if it'll play nice. So what is it? Percent 3f, and then I have to put in sys harm underscore query, and then percent 3d. Is that?
Yep.
And then
So that's
now,
question mark equals, right?
yeah, and then I don't know, like priority in 2-4. We'll see if that one resolves. So I have to type in the percent encoding. Oh,
Well, maybe just that might just be in these Cloud Lab environments. So because we're not using load balanced. None of these are behind a load balancer. Each instance in the stack is a singleton in this environment. So we do all of the character encoding at the Tomcat level. We bind the SSL cert to the Tomcat level instead of letting all of those queries and the URIs come through a real load balancer.
I mean, if I'm pretty confident though that if I, even in this Cloud Labs instance you spun up, I don't know, I don't want people to sit here and watch, but if I went to my user preference, turned off Next or Polaris or whatever, I think it would still, like, whenever I teach app dev classes and scripting classes, I wind up doing a demo where we manipulate a list directly from the URL, and I've never had to use percent encoding typing it in. That's odd. I wonder, well, that's a question for another day. I wonder why it demands that I use the percent encoding, but anyway, odd quirk. That's fine. It's fine. Deal with it.
It has to do with how things are being passed between the client and probably the server node or the app node, I'm guessing.
Okay.
we'll have to definitely explore that a little bit more, but I think dude, this was so fun. Thank you for hanging out, man.
Yeah, man, you bet.
And thanks everybody in the chat for hanging out.
We still have an audience? Yeah, we still got 7 people. What the heck?
We got up to almost 20, I think, at one point, and that was pretty cool. So
cool. Yeah, you're welcome, y'all. I hope you got something out of this. You guys just goofing off.
Well, and I mean, I think in one way it goes a long way towards like reassuring us all and forcing the fire drill, because there's always value in getting prepped. And then if I was like kind of starting to freak myself out a little bit about like what was going to happen, like when we went to go, actually teach a class. And it always happens where they like assign me a class and then I show up for the class and then I'm like, oh shoot, we're on the new version. I got to download my book and I got to download the new slides.
Yeah.
And oops, the UI is different too. So yeah, I mean, obviously we're always prepping for everything, but sometimes I just get into a mode where I'm,
it bites you. It sneaks up on you. I get it. Yeah. I mean, I'd only first seriously started messing with it today. So the fact that I already feel ready to teach after just goofing off with you for an hour is like, oh, okay, it's fine. It'll be fine. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and close it down. We'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. Later, everybody.